Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in Middle Earth, and Miss Marcellene is heading back to Delossad to try to uncover the pieces of this key that were talked about in Sara Oakheart's diary. And we have a little pet with us today. This is her little Sitka. Does it have a name? Sea Spray. That's right, I named it Sea Spray. I think she's the only character I have that has that pet. Very cute. Alright, so here we are at Delossad. I'd still like to know what this place used to be used for, and those stairs are mighty. You would really have to stretch your legs up far to be able to climb those. Now we need to dig around a leafy bush, huh? Well, not that there aren't a bunch of those, but I guess we'll look. You search beneath the bush, but find nothing. Nothing there. Of course, at this point, these could be just about anywhere. Anything in here? Nope. I really want to know what this place used to be used for. Pretty neat. I don't think there's anything upstairs. Alright, we'll go back down. There does not appear to be anything up here. Nothing here. Of course, there are about a bazillion bushes down here. Ah, so far nothing. Okay. We're having no better luck than the Angmar have been having. Alright, what did the book say? Weather today was gray and cloudy, giving way to rain in the afternoon. Brought 2 chickens to share with the elf, but his spirits were low, and I think the food brought him no joy. Understandable, of course, keeping in within the walls of Sithad must be a great sorrow to him. El told me today of my predecessors. The long lives of elves are a wonder to me, and he spoke with distressing honesty of his reason for choosing Inn's keeper, from among my kind, and not of the Eldar. His own people would disapprove, but more than that, he desired no one caretaker to be so near to end for so long. The short lives of men better suited his purpose. I thought this rude, but he did not seem to notice. Oh, Sarah, you are old enough to know not to take it amiss. You have not heard it all, certainly, but by helping. The next page is missing, but when the text resumes, the ink is smudged in the hand messier than before. Its writer was apparently in a hurry. Is missing, and Hell fears the worst. I will carry out his wishes by breaking the keys to Sathad and hiding them. I will not tell the elf where they lie, but I record it here if there be need. To hide from the eyes of, must stand at the stairs of Sathad, looking up towards the entrance. Turn to the left and walk forward to the wall. Okay. Looking up towards the entrance. Stand at the stairs of Sathad, looking up towards the entrance. Turn left and walk forward to the wall. Then turn right and follow the curve until you see 4 pillars through 2 pillars. Until you see 4 pillars through 2 pillars. Okay. Alright. We're at the stairs. We should be able to see the entrance. Alright. Look up towards the entrance. Turn left and walk forward to the wall. Then turn right and follow the curve until you see 4 pillars through 2 pillars. Walk between the 2 and look to the right of the 4. I leave the keys always in the shade. Stand at the stairs. Okay, we're at the stairs. Turn left and walk forward to the wall. Turn right and follow the curve. I am missing something here. She said she would leave it always in the shade. So I would have thought it would have been under this tree, but it's not. You find a box of broken keys buried beneath the leafy bush. Alright, we found it. Took a little longer than it should have, but we found it. Alright, let's get on a horse. Joey, we need to head back up. Surprisingly, we didn't run into any Angmar while we were doing all that. That's a tree. Maybe we should try not running into it, right? Whee! The cat protesting getting dunked in the water. That's funny. Oh, and I guess it goes invisible when you're swimming. And then reappears when you get out of the water. And of course, it's just cosmetic, so it's not going to do anything like attack anything. Although I think it would be absolutely hilarious if it did. Just for fun. If it just like attacked the frogs or the toads at random. And when you see him, you always know to turn left. Okay, so bring the box of broken keys.
Megawonnen.
I am greatly heartened by your success and by my reading of the clues. I am sure that Nortwil is within Delossad, Marcellene, and one of the keys within this box will open the way for us. A jeweler of great repute lives in Imladris. Her name is Merilos, and she will be able to remake these keys for us. Be warned, she is stern and slow to befriend, and while she will certainly help us, she will likely ask for some service in return. She does not gift her work freely, for it is of great value and precious. Look for Merilos and Imladris at the Spire of Meeting. Bring her this box of broken keys and ask her to mend them. I wish you good fortune in this. So, she doesn't sound like she's particularly cheerful for an elf. And while we're there, we need to drop off some pipeweed too. So, it's a good thing we're going to Imladris, or Rivendell.
How can I be of service?
And we have the stable up there, so yay! At least that we have. Those are some huge antlers. Holy smokes. That would be an elk of some considerable age. Alright, so first, let's go to the last homely house. So I'm pretty sure if we're carrying around some pipeweed that we need to deliver somewhere, it's got to be to a hobbit, right? Wow, look at the rushing waters down there. You know, I don't think I stop and appreciate that often enough, but for the game being as old as it is, that's rather pretty. That's Merilos. We'll get back to her in a second. Yes, we're putting off talking to her. She just sounds like such a ray of sunshine. Anything in the mailbox? Oh yeah, Gorman sent her all sorts of things, didn't he? Oh boy, we're gonna have all sorts of stuff we're gonna need to clean out of our bags now. Oh, and Merilos sent her a bunch of stuff too. Woohoo! A lot of crafting supplies in there. See ya. Oh, good grief, her bags are so full. Well, some of those things she can sell. So, before we go talk to any hobbits, I'm going to hit up the vendor, and I'll be right back. Alright, so we've cleaned out our bags, and as you can see, it looks a lot better now. We've also gone through our vault, and that's still kind of a mess, but at least it's a little better. But interesting enough, I went to shared storage, and I've got all sorts of strange things in here, including a whole bunch of really old crafting supplies that are kind of useless now. Compendiums of Middle-earth, Volume 1, Volume 2. Well, the shards are fine, but the legendary shards, the legendary fragments, I'm pretty sure are no longer any good. The cracked free Hellvark sigils, I'll have to find out if they're still useful for anything. The tarnished crest of Rohan. The worn symbols of Celebrimbor. Blemished symbols of Celebrimbor. Flawed symbols of Celebrimbor. So I don't know if any of these are even still any good. And then there's some few other random things in here. So that's all in here. So we have some reputation accelerators, writs of special, tons of writs of special passage, because I never seem to use the things. And in fact, don't I have one in here? Yes, I do. I'll just, this has to add it to the stack, but apparently these are bound to account, and that one's bound to Marcellene. But never use them. So, yeah, even a Valor boost. So we have a Valor boost that would boost her to 105 if I wanted to, and a Valor boost that would boost to 120. Again, I never use the thing, so there they are collecting dust. I think I will use these small reputation accelerators on her. They don't do too much, but they're there. And you know what? I have never opened up these Greater River Hobbit cosmetics, which this one includes river folk bed, chair, tapestry, ancestors housing decoration, and a weapon ore of the river folk. Now, most of it's housing, but I'm kind of curious about that weapon ore. But here, there's more decorations: river folk hearth, chair, tapestry, tome of the butterflies, a cap, cuff, cape, dress, gloves, hat, shoulder guards, and jerkin and trousers of the Riverfolk cosmetic clothing. That one I'm curious about. So we're going to go ahead and open it, even though it's just going to give us a whole bunch of stuff we didn't really need. We'll go ahead and use the Tome of the Butterflies. Now, this is bound to... Okay, the housing items are bound to account. Good. Because I can send those to Miss Fistula later, and she can use them. I can put them in, well, I can only put 2 items in here unless I move stuff around, but can we move anything around from in here? We have 2 Lonely Mountain Fiddles. Huh, very funny. I feel like I have a fiddle in here too, somewhere. Yeah, a Lonely Mountain Fiddle. How many of these things do I need? I ought to sell this one. I have like 3 of them. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this dress. And the shoulders. And the hat. The hat's kind of cute. The outfit's kind of cute. Now, what's the jacket look like? A jacket and trousers. And it has its own shoulders. And a cap. think the cuffs go with the dress and the gloves must go with the... It's actually not that bad looking. Oh my goodness. But, go ahead. Okay, we're going to put the gloves away. And that. And that. And that. And I don't really like the hats in general, so... That's actually rather cute. Alright. What are we changing out? We could change this one out, although I kind of like it. You know what? I'm not really using this outfit. So we'll swap out for this. And we'll take those off. That's actually, I like that. I'll figure out a color for it later. But I think we're definitely keeping that for her. And for the moment I'll put that back, but I'll see about selling that on the auction house later. Let's go ahead and swap and see what it looks like. That actually looks good on her. And while it's a dress, you know, it's a dress and it's a little dressier than some things, it looks like something she might throw on for going to a festival or something. Alright, let's go back to her armor. There we go. Well, that was the whole thing, right? Now, who would we talk to? I guess not Frodo. Uh-huh. Pippin.
How do you do?
You found this pipeweed in a barrel by the side of the road. How strange, and how lucky. My pouch is just about empty. I thank you for this, friend. I wouldn't worry too much about the mystery, though. The smoking of pipeweed must be catching on in all circles, not just those of hobbits or wizards. And why not? Take this, with my thanks. So we get some old Toby, and we can choose between Sweetleaf, Summer Green Weed, or Wizard's Fire. Okay, I don't know what does what. Hold on a second. Alright, so I looked it up. The Shire Sweetleaf is the one that looks like 3 butterflies coming out. So that's the smoke ring for that. The Summer Green Weed is... The smoke ring looks like a pipe. Very interesting choice there. And the Wizard's Fire is a sparrow. We're going to go with the Wizard's Fire. And I don't know what the other one does. I guess we can look at it real quick. I can never remember which pipeweed does what. Now, not that she'd particularly be smoking this stuff, but we might send it on to Thormern. Come on. Thank you. I want to see you. Ah, okay. That's the one that does the heart shape. Okay. Now we're going to look at the Wizard's Fire. Oh, that one actually... That bird flies a fair distance away. Neat. Okay. Enough dallying around with our bags and random things. Let's go... Oh, Kitty's still following us. Good. And, of course, we also have these butterflies. Summon a beautiful kaleidoscope of butterflies to brighten your travels. Alright, what does it look like? There they are. That's kind of cute. Go back to the cat, though. The cat's like, hey, where'd the butterflies go? I wanted to chase them. And I'm like, sorry, I can't have you both out at the same time. It would be kind of neat, though, if you could have them both out at the same time. Then it looked like the cat could chase the butterflies. Alright, now that we've done all of that. Hello.
What can I do for you?
I will be able to remake about half of these keys. The rest are completely beyond repair. Are you satisfied with this?
Might you spare a moment of your time?
It will take some time to repair the keys, and if you would be willing, you might be able to help me with a small matter. I gifted a number of fine gems to a traveler who possessed an interest in learning the finer points of jewel smithy, but he was beset by goblins. Though he escaped with his life, many of the gems were stolen by the creatures. Journey to Goblin Town, which lies within the High Pass, and return to me with a handful of these coveted gems. By that time, I shall have likely finished restoring the keys you have brought me, and I will be able to return the stolen gems to my unfortunate friend as well. You will not find these gemstones in possession of goblins on the surface, for the creatures that seized these gems likely brought them into Goblin Town, the better to protect them. So, she wants us to go to Goblin Town. Of all places, we need to go to Goblin Town. Okie doke. Well, I don't think she's been up into the Misty Mountains at all. I'm going to find out here in a second. She's almost assuredly not been to Goblin Town. Let's not fall off the side. Man, look at that gazebo. Isn't it gorgeous? I think I would prefer to have a railing, but that would be great. Beautiful view of the waters. Bet you it'd be nice and cool during the summer. With the water rushing by, it would create its own breeze. I think I could quite happily stay at Imladris for an extended period of time.
What can I do for you?
Alright, so Misty Mountains. The close only thing we have from here to Misty is Glowin's camp. Now from here...
What do you need?
Yeah, see, we have not even been to Hrimbarg. We would want to go... Yeah, to Hrimbarg. And from there... I think... The Vales of Anduin? Really? That's Hellegrod. North High Pass. I think Goblin Town is up in here. Yeah, this would not be the place we'd want to go. Into the Vales of Anduin. No, she'd get her butt kicked. So we're here. You know what? I'm gonna be lazy.
What do you need?
We're going to use one of our mithril coins to get there. And then she's gonna hang out here, and we will head into Goblin Town next time. Until then, bye for now.